shoot, shoot, shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you want, it ain't nothing but a loop. Don't listen to friends, they don't know what's best for you. I want you, yeah, bet I wanna shoot, shoot, shoot like hoops while I'm riding in the coupe. I got what you want, it ain't nothing but a loop. Don't listen to friends, they don't know what's best for you.
What's going on, SauceyFam? Welcome back to the channel, you crazy kids. It's nice to see you, man. Hog Nation in the building. In God we trust. Tom MacDonald, Adam Calhoun, Struggle Jennings, and Tom's significant other, Nova Rockafeller herself. I've never heard this. Never heard this a day in my life. So it looks like it's done pretty well. 14 million views in less than a year. That's pretty impressive, man. But it's absolutely not surprising. It's kind of what Tom does. So let's check it out, man. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Join the family. Let's go.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening.
Okay. All right. Let's try that again. I wasn't ready. Didn't realize we were going straight to the facts right out of the gate. Should have known better. That's on me.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening. The elections planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied. It's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Listen, man, I'm not, you guys know, for those of you that have been around for a minute, I'm not a big religion guy. My family's very religious. I've always just kind of struggled, but I definitely believe in just humanity and energy and the universe. And I don't think everything just happens by coincidence. So I believe in a higher power of some form. And I gotta believe your best chance of staying sane is finding comfort in that. Like, the world is, it's nuts, man. You're not weird for thinking that or saying it out loud. The world is kind of off its rocker, and it has been. It has been. I'm not even going to attempt to get into the whole COVID thing, social distancing and blah, 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 because, yeah, my little brain, you put me on the COVID-19 hamster wheel and we can rant on that for days. So let's just listen to the song. But as usual, Mr. Tom, full of facts.
Believe so, in God we trust.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote, now you want to change it. You racist. You hate this. Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left, everything they say is depressing. Ship them to the Middle East, they can learn oppression. Believe me, I mean this quite literally.
Oh, talk to him, Adam. Oh, man. Yeah, these people screaming oppression. Now, don't get me wrong. There is definitely some very real oppression in our country. But for the most part, you know, yeah. Well, I can't even get into it because this reaction's going to be an hour long. Okay. Go to the Middle East and see what oppression really looks like.
Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left, everything they say is depressing. Ship them to the Middle East, they can learn oppression. Believe me, I mean this quite literal. I love liberty, but I liberals. Wear a mask, stay home, complain and moan. Talk about privilege on your phone, in your Range Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo-foo, whatever. The cloth I'm cut from can handle any weather. You just paper in the rain, we ain't the same. Stand for the flag, only kneel when I pray. I just pray we go back to the old days, land of the free, home of the brave.
The man on the news says the problem is.
Now, I do think two things can be true, okay? I do think a patriot, a war vet, just a patriot, just an American citizen, you have every right to be upset if somebody's not standing for the flag. But then I also think you owe it to yourself to find out why that person is on one knee. What's the reason behind it? And is it valid? Is their reason valid? Because I think you'll find, in the case that we're all thinking about, it was very valid. And that person was shunned from the league that they made their career in for taking a stance. And wasn't doing anything disrespectful. You can make literally anything disrespectful if you take it that way. Being on a knee is not disrespectful in itself. So find out why. What's the reason behind it? You know, he didn't stay sitting. He didn't put his hat on and stay sitting. He made it very clear, not super happy with what's going on in this country he calls home. So I think two things can be true. And no matter which side you're on, the whole problem is when you believe your side is the only side and everything on the other side is just taboo and makes no sense and it's evil. And like, it just doesn't work like that. You can't generalize life like that. Situations are situational, as the great Pat McAfee says.
Me, I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Nova's, I never realized. Nova, hey. Way to go, Tom. Nova's gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah. I see through all the illusions, refuse to hear rumors or accept that we're losing. Easy to get caught up, consumed by the consumer. Truth is so diluted, people starve off the confusion. Comfort is the killer, your dreams execution. Cool with persecution if I make a contribution. Home of the brave look like a mental institution, and there will be revolution if we can't find resolution. And a threat is a promise, stand up, pay homage. They tell lies, I'm being honest, test the time is upon us. I know that God got us, so I'm fighting in his honor. Hear the cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor. Either set sail to higher ground or drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. We fighting for our freedom, don't believe.
If I die for what I love, my death will be nirvana. Talk to him, Jennings. Let's go, man.
The cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor. Either set sail to higher ground or drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. We fighting for our freedom, don't believe what they've been feeding. Be the change you want to see, the warrior that we're needing.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom, that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom, that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy.
Yeah, I see why this blew up. But then again, this should have 140 million views, not 14 million views. Like, this is, man. And I get it. So many people, you know, Tom is so polarizing because he stands his ground so firmly, and it's pretty abrasive in some ways, but that's the same exact problem with anybody not listening to Colin Kaepernick when he takes a knee. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. If you if you tune out Tom the second he opens his mouth because of how he looks or because of one of his opinions, you are just as much to blame as anybody not letting Colin open his mouth and explain why he's doing what he's doing. It's not up to you. It's not your choice to decide if taking a knee during the anthem is the right way. It's not up to you. That's a decision he made, and a bunch of his brothers knelt with him. Why? Because they're on Fox. Are you on Fox? He's on Fox every Sunday, or NBC, or ESPN. It's the platform. He felt a responsibility to do something, to get conversation started. So he did that. You can't get mad at him for the simple act of kneeling and then turn around and get upset when people don't listen to people like Tom. It's, you guys are one and the same, man. You're fighting, you're butting heads for no reason. Just listen. Just listen. I could literally go on for 4 hours straight about what Tom talked about, what they all talked about in this song. I mean, it's all real, bro. It's not even about what the life that our fathers promised, because that makes it sound like it's something that we were owed. And I know that that's not what they meant. I know that at the same time they're trying to write a song, you know. That's not what they meant. I've heard Tom talk about this enough times to know he feels that you are supposed to work for what you have and sacrifice and all these things. But it's not about this life that we were owed. We just want the truth, man. Like, why is it so hard? Stop worrying about mass chaos and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. That's where all these conspiracies and rebellious movements come from, is just lies. It's just lies stacking on top of lies, man. And I don't know about you guys, but I learned at a really young age, one lie turns into two lies turns into a whole mess of problems, man. And I don't know.
Big American dream. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Yeah, that's a banger, man. That's a banger for a lot of good reasons right there. Let me know what you guys think of that. It's hard for me to not just go on a rant because I am a dad. I do have 3 little kids. And I get more and more scared every day of this world that we're going to leave them, man. I don't know how you can look to the future and feel good about the direction we're all headed. No matter which side you're on, the fact that there's sides at all is the problem. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, man. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you throw in the like. What? I can talk. Don't judge me. All right? Throw a like on the video. Subscribe. Turn on the bell. Whew, I got it out. I'll see you guys next time, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there, you crazy kids. Peace out. SauceyFam.
Pull up 2 door on my lover. Do what I want, I'ma do it forever. Yeah, I want it all, nothing less. I can do what he do, but I'm doing it better. Yeah. Mix match the chrome with Marshall. I can say what I want, I don't fall for the drama. Nah. New girl, California. She be driving California. She want me like the vaccine. I made a check, didn't need no degree. I prove them all wrong, who didn't believe. Do it myself, I don't need no team. No kid, no scholar. Hey, made me go farther. You can say what you want, but I'm still unbothered. Go down, get back up. Do it all myself, don't need